Thanks for checking out another clip of the Cashflow Contractor. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. Click subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
I'll just talk about the process first. It's plan, then source, onboard, train. That's essentially what it is. The reason you may have trouble sourcing is a variety. One, this does not have to be overseas. We'll call it global talent, but that could be domestic talent too. The process is no different, or it shouldn't be, in my opinion. But there's a huge advantage to using someone overseas, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But this is just for getting an assistant in place. One, you have to plan effectively. You have to know exactly what you're looking for and what you actually need. Then when you source, you can actually look for those things and you can optimize for those things. It's not rocket science.
as we say
It's not
frequently.
rocket science. It's what you should do for any hiring process. If you're just hiring a body or a heartbeat, it's probably not going to go as well as you plan, or you're just leaving it up to chance at best. So why not have a plan in place for, okay, what is this role? What are they going to do? What are our needs? Now, when you're thinking about an assistant, you want to think about what is your ideal assistant? How do you work? What is your personality? What are the systems you like to follow? What are the rhythms you like to follow on a day in and day out basis? How do you work with others? You need to understand that about yourself. And then you can start to look for someone who complements that well in an assistant. So if you like talking on the phone rather than sending messages back and forth, you need someone who's going to be comfortable just jumping on a phone call ad hoc and taking down notes and, jumping on the fly. Or if you're someone who's very, I don't like to be on the phone. I'd rather read, a memo that's 1,000 words than jump on a phone call. Well, then you need someone who's a good writer. You need someone who can get writing done concisely and effectively, right? So those are things, small things to think about. Now, on the sourcing side, what's important is that you have an effective strategy for gathering a big amount of candidates, but then also being able to filter them effectively down to where it's actually manageable in terms of talking to people and interviewing them. One of the best things that we do is we have kind of a 3-step or hiring process. One is that whenever they see the job posting, they have a very that on the job posting, you're going to get a really thorough understanding of the role as the candidate. And then you're also going to see a video of the person you will be working for. So if you're planning on sourcing yourself, record a 1-minute video talking about who you are, your company, and why you're looking to hire someone in this role and what it's going to be like. Record that on Loom and then post that at the top of your job description. You're going to or job posting, not job description, and you're going to stand out to everybody. You will, out of all the job postings out there, people are going to be like, wow, this is the guy I'm going to be working for, the girl I'm going to be working for. That's amazing. And then likewise for them, you want to see a video. So when they fill out their job application, we have them do 2 things. We have them, 1, record a Loom that's less than 5 minutes. And we have about 6 questions on there that range from like, I want to hear about you and your family. I want to hear about what you love to do in your personal free time. And then tell me about your most recent job experience. Tell me about the traits that you think you're the best at. Tell me about the things that you want to grow into and things you want to learn. And where do you see your career growing in the next 5 to 10 years, right? And then they record the video. And the next thing they do is, hey, I need you to get a Google Doc and answer these 4 questions about why you think that, why you're interested in this position, in terms of like why you think you're a great fit, what skills you think are going to be best, where do you think you're going to struggle at first, and that you're going to need the most assistance with, and what stuck out to you about this, and what softwares you think you're already well versed in for this position. And just bullet point list. Don't take 25 minutes on this Google Doc, 10 minutes max. So now when they've filled this in, they're jumping into your, if it's a Google form or if it's automatically sent to your email or if it jumps into like a platform like ClickUp, like we use. When you're looking at this, these applicants, and this can go for any position, by the way, it's not just for an assistant. When you're looking at them, you have a video that you can watch. You can see how they talk. You can see how they present themselves. If they took the the time to clean up their background and make sure it's not a mess. If they're just on their phone and it looks a little weird and they're moving around when they're talking, how serious are they? And then how clearly can they talk about themselves and what they've done? Are they reading off of a script, or are they able to just talk fluidly? There's so many things that you can get from just watching a 5-minute video of someone. And then when they sent you their Google Doc, did they go through this? How did they format their document? Did they go through the steps of making sure that you actually have access and update the sharing on the link so that it's viewable by everybody? Is it viewable, or is it editable to where I can change it? Do you want me changing your doc? Right? So little things like that, you can see if they're paying attention to detail, but then you can also read what they said and see what they think. Then from there, you can just do a quick screening call. Hey, got your application. You aware that this is how much we're paying? Are you aware this is full time? Are you aware you're working these hours? Are you aware that you're going to be on call? Whatever it is, to confirm. And then you say, okay, let's schedule an interview. So that's the sourcing piece. Then you go through your interview, what your interview is to look like, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. That's the sourcing phase. Any questions on that sourcing, Martin?
Well, no, I mean, it may start with a plan and gather. There's a whole lot to it. Gather a bunch of candidates. Well, how do you do that? With a loom and so on.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's fascinating, the process.
Yeah.
But then we're going to always come back around to actually doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm a contractor and I'm listening to it and I'm going, oh, right, when am I going to do that?
Yeah, it's tough. And that's literally why we offer the service, right? And I think we've been very effective at it. Typically, we are doing a lot of the screening and the filtering and saying, hey, these are the ones worth talking to and these are the ones that aren't. But yeah, that's kind of the screening process.
Thanks for checking out a clip from the Cashflow Contractor. We have full episodes where we go deep on topics that help you grow a construction business that runs without you, so you can have less stress, more time, more money. Now, we've got other videos, other clips, but if you want to check out the full episode for this clip, you can click wherever our editor put it. It might be here, it might be there, it might be over my face, I don't know. But thank you for checking us out. We'd love to have you as a part of our audience. So subscribe or check out a full episode wherever you get podcasts.